Hello guys, Galidorn back here again in Raid. It's been a while since I put up a video, since before Christmas. I did not quit on the game. I've still been playing quite a bit. However, I have entered into conservation mode, and as free-to-play casual, you have to enter into long periods of conservation, maximizing resources again, basically just doing a bit of the grind, building up things, planning out where you're going to go next in the game. After you participated in events, which I did. I participated basically in 2 events back to back: the Uber Fusion and the Torment event, Torment Fusion, whatever you want to call it. And going through both of those, it did deplete my resources quite a bit. So I have been not really chasing after any of the tournaments and events. As you can see right now, we have a 2 times event going on for the Ancient Shards. Not going to do that. Have not been doing any of the shard events as I want to build my shard base. My ancients need to come up quite a bit. I'm never comfortable embarking on anything until I've got, I'd say, at least 90 to 100 ancients. My void shards are looking good at 32. That's always a good level to have for void shards. Sacred shards also are coming up. A couple more sacred shards put me in good stead to do things with the sacred shards. But before I participate in any kind of event for shard pulling, I need to build on my ancients. Primal shards, not really concerned about. They come as they come, and I don't really count on them to build up. For anything coming up in the future with the champion chase, I have in my pocket Bobo's Sharphorn, as I got enough of him during the Blizzard fusion to fuse him himself, so keep him in my pocket. Also, Varl the Destroyer, got a few shards left from Doom Tower Hard to get Varl. He's sitting in the pocket as well, to be pulled whenever I deem that I need to go on a champion chase. Working on Vasatha. Moved on to him now in Doom Tower Hard. It's said by everyone, but I have to reiterate: get rid of these things. Once these old past fusions or whatnot are gone, take them out of here, please. There's just way too many. And if you're not going to give us any kind of a way of getting these old fusions together, especially something like this, like fusing Yoshi the Drunkard, I got 5 fragments. Never going to fuse him. And you should have an option here at least to delete this, even if you're wasting fragments or whatever. Just give us the option to delete some of these, or just take them out automatically. It's as you can see here, I had to look all the way down through these champions to get. Where is he again? See, you can go right past him. There he is, Basat. Okay, look at this. This is ridiculous. Come on. All right, anyway, enough of that raging. Okay, not here. Not one of the content creators that want to rage on Raid Shadow Legends. Although I do have some critiques. One of them I will get in here today. So back to what I've been doing to build. So I've been focusing on chasing gems. To pursue any kind of big event or whatnot, I need to have at least 7,000 gems. I'm more comfortable over 8,000 gems, but I had to work my way back to 7,000 gems because I have, as you can see here, I have spent gems on the masteries. I am still building Torment. There he is, slowly. As you can see, I don't have any gear on him yet. I've been toying with the idea of putting him in stun set. I think I might have mentioned that before. I've got some good stun gear for him. So I take a lot of time and thought process when I'm building a champion. I'm in no hurry to do so. I've been using his masteries to complete quests and stuff. I have various other champions for that as well. So if I decide that I'm going to pull the plug and go full on and get Torment in there, I'll just deck out his masteries as needed. Quite a lot of stun gear. So again, through artifact enhancement events, the quests for artifact enhancement. As needed, I've been putting the upgrades into various pieces to see what will work on him. Again, I just don't willy-nilly upgrade artifacts unless it's benefiting me in some way. And that gets back to the overall philosophy of the channel. Again, I have not been participating in, I have been participating in tournaments and events, but not in any substantial way, really. Right now, we got the Dragon tournament going on, and as I always do, I look at which level I want to attain. So I got a little bit behind in the Dragon here, and I need to get a bit of a push on in Dragon. I did have some multi-battles that were about to expire in the in my mailboxes, so I've been using those, but I do have to get on that. Also, the Classic Arena, if there's a day left, I have to get into the Classic Arena to do that because, again, you have the coins here at 390 that I had to really push on like 195, so I need 200 points at 13 points a pop and gold 5 to get that. So basically, that's what I do. I look at each tournament, where am I going to go, where I'm going to put my effort. Once I've attained that, I just back off that. Unless, of course, you know, it happens that I might be in the running for a shard or whatnot, then I'll give it a little more effort. But if I'm out of it, which I pretty much am here, there's no need to be putting in any kind of effort into getting gems or ancient shards. And the champion chase, yeah, some good rewards up here, but again, I don't have enough to blow everything in pursuit of this. So again, I've decided not to be involved basically, and let my shards build. When it comes to the events, Dungeon Divers. Again, I'd set my sights maybe. I've got over 2 days left, and I'm thinking if I can reach the Ancient Shard, that would be sufficient for that one. It's all about picking your battles. Champion training, I've stayed out of this one. With the champion training, really, you know, it's not worth participating in it for what resources you have to blow through, unless, you know, you're guaranteed to get up to these levels and get, you know, high level of rewards. If you're just going to be, you know, ending up in the mid-tier rewards, it's really not a good idea to be doing champ training. I mean, you do your champ training as it comes, you get these lesser rewards, you know, as a byproduct, that's good, but I'm not going to be chasing anything at the moment right now. Artifact enhancement, I am going to have 11 hours left, and I do have enough to get up to this Ancient Shard, so I'll be putting enough silver in here, because right now I have 45 million silver sitting, so that's a good level of silver, so I will put it in to get that Ancient Shard into the artifact enhancement. I've decided that right now, since I have completed the Sylvan Watcher's Crypt, so I got that big soul stone there, I've completed the Sylvan Watcher Crypt, so now I'm thinking, where am I going to go in the game? Curse City. I think I did what I could do in the hard level of Curse City. I got hard locked at you know, the bosses, of course. I also got hard locked on these areas that I could beat if I was able to get into it, but I did not have enough of the awakenings. So yeah, there's not much you can do about that. Obviously, the Raid developers, they realized that you know, the player base was just basically holding on, selling off most of the souls to get the coins and whatnot to get the awakenings for the champions. They really wanted a lot of those soul stones that were being pulled were just ended up being sold. So you know, they obviously did that. So people will be using more of those. Have to use more of those soul stones. You know, those all those soul stones you get, all those souls that you get for the epic champions that are in your vaults and stuff. Or on legendary champions they're really not going to use. They want you now to use them. Okay, so I've been, you know, hard locked stages like this where, yeah, I don't have like this is a good core for the team, but I just don't have anything to flesh out. I've got level 40 Armiger, level 40 Executioner, and I'm not really in the mood or able to be building these guys out, kitting them out, giving them masteries and stuff like that would be needed for here. So something like this is on the back burner. So that's my plan right now, is to do what I can whenever the hard rotation comes along. Cobble Market was pretty easy. I got into a lot of these levels here that was fairly okay, but again, getting to the bosses and then getting locked on the ascension levels. Focusing on normal, but I got locked on the Sand Devil, so I couldn't get across the bridge. Sand Devil here, just don't have the champs for it. I have various champs at level 60, but nothing that can really get through that Sand Devil. I don't have the right mix of champs for that.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, fuck it. Yes, that's your answer. That's your answer to everything.
So it's a work in progress. Got through Cobble Market, got through Dead Rise, got through Plague Home, and trying to work through and get on the boss. Came close a couple times, but not really able to do much with them. So now I've really decided that I want to get serious about pursuing the tag team arena. As of right now, I'm just sitting in Silver 3. I was quite often up in Silver 4 and trying to toy to push through to Gold 1, because as we all know, of course, in the mission to get Ramantu, this sits in the way, the tag arena mission, which is not something that I'm very fond of, and I think that this is something the Raid development team really needs to take a hard look at, because you are stonewalling a good portion of the community of the player base, especially longtime players like myself who've been loyal to the game, played the game now for years on end, and you're stonewalling us in this stage right here, which is really unfortunate, and it's really quite unfair, because you're locking all this content that people can do, and it's not like people will blast through this content either. This will take quite a bit of work to do. Even though I have for instance, I have some Gomlock's guide, I have him, so I've already done this. But things like this, the arena mission, I've been playing for, since 2020, and I still have 7 out of 10 of the affinity bonuses. So the Great Hall thing takes quite a bit of time. The Doom Tower mission, yes, I've cleared 2 of the rotations. I still have not cleared the hard rotation of the Dark Fae. But I mean, these can all be worked through. It takes quite a long time. Some will be easier than others. I've cleared all my faction crypts, so I mean, something like this, stage 20 with the Lizardman crypt. This would be easily done. But again, then there's all the secret rooms clearance, and that would take a while, because again, you have to build up champions. We have to take aim at your certain of the rare rooms, build up those champions and whatnot. So it takes a bit of time. So it's not like people can blow through this and finish it off. Okay, but I've been looking at some statistics about Raid, and it seems that they have about 30 million active monthly players, something like that. The game's been downloaded by well over 300 million people. So you have a massive player base like that. And here, if we look at what goes on with Tag Team Arena, in order to get past that one stage, you have to get into Gold 1. And the thing is, you can't just make it into Gold 1, like it's set up in Classic Arena, where you can dip your toe into Platinum for a little bit and then get kicked out or whatnot. You have to finish the week and then get put through, of course, promoted from Silver 4 to Gold 1. Now, let's look at the players here. So you have 17,000 players in the gold levels of Tag Team Arena. And they've set this up like they set up Platinum of Classic, in that there's a certain level of amount of players are in there, and you have to be within that certain percentage of players to reach in. Now that's fine in Classic Arena, because the earlier missions, you just had to reach into the gold levels, which is not a player limit, but it is actually a threshold number of points. So that's no problem. People can work through that. But however, this becomes when you put these player limits on it here, it becomes a very hard counter. So it's 17,000 players. If you just take, let's just go right out there and say, 30 million active players in a month. That is a number so small that it needs scientific notation. Okay, for the percentage. That percentage is so tiny. Have 17,000 players out of an active player base of 30 million. So let's just say, for shits and giggles, it's 1 million. Okay, so you're going for 17,000 out of 1 million. So that'd be a measly 1.7% of players. 1.7% of players that will reach into Gold 1. That's crazy to lock a mission behind that level of exclusivity. So I'm not saying to drop that stage, but I'm saying what you need to do now is you need to change Tag Team Arena. You need to change this from a player limit and make it like Classic Arena and have a threshold level. Because I've watched the other content creators and they say, oh yeah, you can hang out in gold and we play against the level 1 or play against the single teams, the single champion defenses. However, that doesn't happen in Silver 3 and Silver 4 because everybody's jammed up trying to get through this mission that you never see, or you will see them like in the first day. You'll see them in the first day, the single champion defenses. And then once you get into the green, you won't see them again. You'll see them when you drop back down into the red. You'll start seeing the one champion defenses. But see, here I am in Silver 3, just all hard teams over and over and over again. And it punishes you for participating, basically, because you do the missions or you do your fights for the advanced quests every day, which I do. And if you can finish in the green for that day, you generally will not fight again because the risk is too great. Why if you're already in the green, why are you going to risk it? Try to stay there and not do anything until the next day. So it actually stops people from participating. Because if you go in and lose 3 fights in a row, or if I check my battle log, my defense, if I have a few defeats where I'm losing all 3 fights, like this one right here, it knocks me back severely. Okay, so the competition for that one mission in Silver 3 and Silver 4 is just too great. You're making it virtually impossible to complete the missions here. And if there's anything that could make me quit this game, it could be a quit moment for many players, and I'm not intending to quit. I'm still loyal to this game, still like it very much. But if there was anything ever to make me quit playing Raid Shadow Legends, it would be this mission right here. So Raid development team, either remove this, which I wouldn't do that. It's fine. Okay, just change the way the Tag Team Arena is set up. Change it to a level system, not a player limit. Once you get past this, then you can have your player limits. Okay, add on an extra level, like you did in the Classic Arena, so that gold, entering into gold at least, is a level and not a player limit. And then beyond gold 1, yeah, go for it with the player limits, because there's not enough reward right now to have people playing this. And that's why people aren't playing. That's why people do not like the Tag Team Arena. Because with a player limit, like for myself, this resets on Sunday night at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, depending on what the daylight savings time is. So a lot of people cannot sit by their computers playing Raid at that time of the morning to ensure that they make it into gold, because you could be sitting just on the precipice with green, and in those last couple hours or even an hour, even 30 minutes to go until the reset, you could get nailed like 3 times in a row. You could get hit 3 times in a row, lose all 3 fights, and you're done. You're knocked back down, and then for the rest of the week, you got to try and work your way back up. So this is not, and again, I normally don't rant on the Raid Shadow Legends. I'll never rant on any kind of monetization or anything like that. But I will bring up points in the game of the gameplay that actually needs to be changed. Having said all that, though, my focus is going to start shifting into becoming more active, using the champs I picked up recently to try and expand on my my ability to progress through the Tag Team Arena, to finally mash through that roadblock. And as casual free-to-play, it is a monumental task to try and push through from it's even a monumental task now that I dropped down 3 to try to get back into 4. And there were a number of times where I thought, okay, I am ready to go into 4, and I was in green, and with a couple hours left, and boom, all of a sudden got knocked back down. Then you try to scramble, and you try to fight your way in again, and a couple of losses, and you're done. And then you got to start over the whole week. Like I said, you can start fighting the one champ defenses that you see that will come directly after the reset. It happens, but then immediately when you get up in the higher level here and start getting into green, it all goes away. The only time you'll see them is if you drop lower down into the red or just hang out in the yellow here. That's when you'll start to see them, and by that time it's too late. Once you start working your way back up, they'll all disappear again. And the thing is that even though it's a monumental task for a casual free-to-play player, it's a monumental task for everybody, because even if you spend a lot of money on the game, it's no guarantee with that sort of hard limit that you will ever pass through the Ramantu machine. You could spend so many thousands of dollars and still not do it. Because I've got pretty decent champs in my defense. I tried to work them, switch them around as best as possible, but I usually do get defeated. I have a few victories in here every now and then, but usually I get defeated. And then if you have say 2 or 3 of these in a row where someone takes all 3 of your teams, then it really smashes you back. Like losing 30 points is huge. So what needs to happen is that this going from 4 to gold needs to be a level and not a player limit. Or if you want to make it a player limit, then expand the player base, okay? Expand the player limit. 17,000 out of a monthly player base, and some people say is like 30 million, is ridiculous. That needs to be expanded greatly. Now, I know what the purpose was, how you set it up that way in the beginning, but the game has gone beyond that. Yeah, you want to draw out gems, with the 15 for the refresh, and you wanted people to be utilizing more champs than they were utilizing just in the classic arena. But now with all the new bosses, with the new Sin City, with all the new content, people are having to utilize many, many, many more champs. So I think the game has passed beyond the initial intent of Tag Team Arena. So now Tag Team Arena needs to be reviewed and reworked, at least in terms of the mission, at least in terms of the Ramantu mission. Make it so that does not become such a hard block for the vast, vast, vast majority of your player base. Trust me, because that is probably the biggest quit moment in this game. Of all the things that can make people upset in this game, that right there, being hard locked behind the way Tag Team Arena is set up right now, I guarantee has been probably the majority of quit moments for most people who quit the game. I don't have anything to base that on, just my own view on it, but I would think that's true. All right, so anyway, guys, I promise not to rant like that too much. I just got into it because that is going to be my new focus of where I want the direction of my account to go, is to finally get through that mission. Because once I break through this wall here, everything else will just take time. It's achievable. You can work towards it. It's just this one. You can't even really work towards it. Things change so often. New gear sets, new champions. Making old champions available, because now there's a lot more Torments out there. For instance, I have mine. So it's not something that, even though I have my Torment, lots of other people have Torments now. Okay, so it's not really like that would help me to progress that much farther in the tag mission. It's a place in the game where you're stopping so many people from progressing on to do the stuff that people can do with all these missions. The vast majority of people can do all these missions. It'll take time, but it can be done. This right here is different. You can take all the time in the world, spend all the money in your world, and a lot of it is luck, a lot of it is timing, and you might never get the stars to align. All right, having said all that, guys, I'll check back with you in a couple days probably. I'm going to continue on doing my new play on Call of Dragons. I might start to get into a Watcher of Realms continue on doing a bit of my my gameplay in Elder Scrolls Online. But I have not given up on Raid. I will be back. I will make content in this, show you my progression, continue to inspire people who are casual free to play. So I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope everyone's having a Happy New Year so far. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.